Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to come in and get some stuff set up here. Hey Cajun, I had your description box ready. Hey Lavon, hey Scott, hey Gab. Hey y'all, hopefully y'all having a good Tuesday. I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to get in, and then we're gonna talk. Hey, you're right. Hey, Atticus. What? Scott said I got in trouble on Facebook for posting a pic comparing men to dogs, and I'm a man, and I thought it was funny. Social media is a Nazi joke. Hey, Daryl. How are you guys? Hopefully everybody is doing good while I'm waiting for a couple of people to come in. Hey, R. Jules. Thank you. Awesome. Hey, Theta. So happy you guys are here with me today. Hey, Tucker. Oh, okay, Cajun. Well, that's cool. I hope you feel better. You always holding me down, so I definitely understand or whatever. So I hope you feel better soon. But let's see, y'all. So y'all know the social media world is crazy. I was trying to tell y'all the other day, everybody was talking about, hey Stanley, when everybody was talking about Louis Farrakhan this and Alex Jones this, I told y'all it's only the beginning. Thank you, Dreaming. Levon said, I'm trying to be careful on Facebook and social media is now out to get people in concentration camps. Shaking my head, even Hiller is saying WTF. Really, Levon? Really? Okay, let's see if I can. But y'all know it's crazy out here. This is just the beginning. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit tonight about what's been going on in the social media world. Hey, Roland. Everything that's been going on. I wanted to show y'all something too that I'm trying to get pulled up over here while people are coming in. Also, y'all, because of everything that's going on, I'm probably going to be starting a second page. Just so if something ever happens, I can kind of just filter off to that page. So once I do that, I'll definitely let y'all know. Levon said they going after you. I must protect you now. Yeah, I've been getting a little censorship in there. It's crazy. It sucks. Like they'll demonetize my videos and stuff like that, which is really messed up. But I just keep pushing and do what I gotta do. So, I mean, that's all you can do in times like these. But let me see. But y'all, so y'all know I told y'all this weekend that you know, I was gonna hang out with my friends. Every year, one of my homegirls, the neighborhood that she lives in, they have like a May Day parade. So like the community gets together, like they have a parade, everybody like barbecues, and we were out there and we had a DJ and it was like so fun. So y'all, this weekend I rode 4-wheelers, and what else did I do? We did 4-wheelers, and I also was riding horses. And so You know, I was like posting some of the stuff to Instagram because like sometimes when I'm just doing stuff. Thank you, Darrell. Sometimes when I'm just doing stuff, you know, I post like different things I be doing on Instagram. And one of my subs gonna write me and say to the one where I was on the horse, he was like, yeah, if we keep going, if the US keeps going the way it's going and the New Deal is passed, all of us gonna be riding horses. I'm like, really? I hope to not see that day. But that'll be crazy. They definitely trying to do a lot. So can't really put anything past people now for what they'll say. But what? Okay, so Attic said or BitTube or We Cool, or I don't even know how to say that. There's a lot of alternatives if people look. I really wish that people would really just kind of like get together and make a move. You know what I mean? Because there's power in numbers. And a lot of these platforms really take people for granted, which really sucks because we help build them, okay? It's not TheYtube, it's YouTube. But that's what happens. So, yeah. But if you're new here, definitely make sure you let me know where you're from. Yes, I was on time today, Raymond. I had to go in and make sure my computer was actually lagging, which was really crazy. So I had to like go in a little earlier and make sure that everything was working. Oh, whatever. But so somebody sent me, I saw that Angela Rye was on a Breakfast Club today. And I watched it because somebody sent it to me, one of my subs, and I checked it out. And at this point, honestly, I feel like with watching certain people, like my brain cells just die at some of the stuff y'all send me. No doubt that I think Angela Rye is a pretty smart, educated young lady, but to me, it's just really interesting to watch at this point that people still don't get it. Like, she literally spent probably the first, I think it was maybe like a 30-minute, 35-minute interview. You spent the first like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes talking about like impeachment. Here we are in 2019, really close to going in 2020. Like, it's amazing to me how dumb they really think their audience is, and the extent they'll go to pandering and double downing is what I was about to say. Double downing on certain narratives. And it's like, dang, like, do y'all not see what's happening at CNN? CNN is losing people, losing employees. Of course, they tried to spin that for the reason it was. But you're losing employees, you're losing viewership. You literally have, did y'all see the video where it was some guy? What's the guy's name? He's some representative. It's a black guy with dreads, and another black guy approached him, and he was like, "Look, you know, we don't really care about Russia. Like, we don't care." And he was like, "That's not true, blah, 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 blah." And he started getting heated. If y'all know the guy I'm talking about, make sure y'all let me know his name. Hey, Edward. And the other guy was like, "Man, you a sellout," or whatever. You know, we don't care about that. And the guy punched him in the face. The representative. Like, at this point, it's like, what's going to make it click that the strategy y'all are using is not working? And then she gets to the end of the interview, literally in like the last 90 seconds of the interview, and says, "Oh, but you know what I mean? I don't want to choose a candidate yet because, you know, I'm really standing with the people and I want to make sure that Black people get the answers that they're looking for and get what they want out of politicians and this and the other. But you didn't talk about that during the interview. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. So anyway, this is why I'm so against censorship, because we need alternative voices to talk about things that actually matter, that people care about, that's impactful, that impacts us on a local or personal level, that has the possibility to impact us in the future, things we actually care about that's going on right now, and things like that. But no, you rather spend 10, 15 minutes of your interview talking about impeachment. Anyway, so I don't know how many else of you saw it, but I saw it earlier this morning. But so I will eventually, like I said, hey Kay, I will eventually be starting like a backup YouTube page, and then once I do that, I'll definitely let y'all know so I can go ahead and get that popping. I don't know if it'll just be like an empty backup page, or I don't know if I will use it to kind of like maybe do something else and just, you know, I don't know yet, but we'll see. But I'll definitely let y'all know when I head it up. But anyway, y'all. So, we talked about Farrakhan a couple of days ago. And I expressed that this is a bigger agenda. It's a bigger agenda. And this is just a test run to see how far Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whoever, YouTube can get with censorship, to see how people are going to respond and this and that. So, as of, I believe today, a parody account, okay, that a parody account of AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I guess that's how you say her middle name. I never get it right. But basically, a parody account was created, and it was deleted. The parody account was deleted, and the person's Twitter account, the person's personal Twitter account, was also deleted. Now, why this is problematic? I have been talking about this forever, okay? For probably a plethora of reasons, but I can just name two off the top of my head. The censorship, okay? Parody accounts have always existed since the freaking dawn of Twitter, okay? Whether it was a Trump account, Will Smith, Jim Carrey, oh my God, like I've seen so many, I really can't even name everybody. But literally, a parody is comedy to be funny, you know, to shed light on certain things, to make people laugh. And so you literally have them protecting the golden child of politics, because AOC, she's a big budding name right now. And so, of course, people are, I mean, why not go the lengths to protect her? Okay, that just makes sense. But anyway, let's start with this article real quick, and then we're going to talk more about it and what's going on. All right, so this is by humanevents.com. AOC press parody killed in latest big tech election interference. Twitter has banned the popular parody account at AOC Press, despite it complying entirely with the service's rules on satire by self-labeling as such. Okay. This account, a satire of Democrat Ocasio-Cortez, had over 85,000 followers at the time of the ban and is now permanently suspended. In an email sent to the account owner, Twitter claimed the reasoning: you may not register or create fake and misleading accounts. The tech giant then followed that statement by saying you may use Twitter pseudonymously, I guess is how you say that, or as a parody. Okay. So Twitter sends out this email to the person that owns the account, and you're sending conflicting information. On one hand, you're saying, oh, you can't create fake accounts, but you're saying you can create parody accounts if you let people know it's a parody account. That's what happened, but for some reason, they're just conflicting. They're just saying conflicting things. So Twitter rules require all parody, newsfeed, commentary, and fan accounts to indicate non-affiliation in both the account name and bio. The AOC press release parody account use the word parody in both its account name and biography. The social network appears to be implying that AOC press parody account, which often posted moronic gibberish as a play on Miss Cortez's ability to flub her lines, is too close to what the Democrat congressman is actually like in real life, causing confusion for Twitter users. So this is the letter that they sent, which is basically what I just read to y'all. So Human Events spoke with the owner of the account, Mike Morrison, who also had his personal account with over 50,000 followers permanently removed. Morrison convinced the ban is rooted in political motives, okay? I think Twitter banned AOC Press for the increasing amounts of attention it's been receiving lately. In the past month and a half alone, the account grew by roughly 50,000 followers. We've had with over 30,000 likes on them. Blah, 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 blah. As a creator of the parody, Morrison presumes his personal account was banned by Twitter for having mocked their political allies, though many of the service have pointed to Morrison's Jewish background and the fact he had also tweeted critically of Hamas in recent days. Other prominent Jewish conservatives were also banned after tweeting about terror group Hamas should be destroyed. The ban is the latest foray by big tech into the presidential election campaign of 2020. So last week, we already talked about this. High-profile Trump supporters such as Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, Laura Loomer, and Milo Yiannopoulos were banned from Facebook and Instagram, and they didn't even mention Louis Farrakhan in this article. But anyway, so that leads you to wonder why. Like, why are you blocking this account? For one, I mean, AOC would definitely give plenty of material. I mean, we have to admit that's just a lot of material, okay? Let me show y'all this. So this is AOC the other day.
I am told this is a garbage disposal. I've never seen a garbage disposal. I never had one in any place I've ever lived. It is terrifying. I don't know what to use it for or what its purpose is. Like food scraps? Like, is this environmentally sound? I don't know.
So this is AOC. Y'all heard her. She's never heard or seen a garbage disposal. Doesn't know what it is. Now, this is also the person that wants to remove airplanes, remove hot dogs, and all the other things in the New Deal. So not only would a parody account have plenty of material, but like the article said, for some people, it will literally, because of the things AOC says and because of some of the moments that she has, it will probably literally be hard to differentiate between her account and the parody account. This account had, I think they said 80,000 subscribers. Like, social media is some of these people's livelihood. It takes a lot of time to build a platform, gain subscribers. Like, this person could have been having sponsorships, anything, and it's never been a problem. But now all of a sudden it's a problem. So this whole Farrakhan, Alex Jones thing was just a soft pilot, okay? A soft rollout for censorship. Some people may say, oh, I don't care. That doesn't affect me. Who cares about a parody account? Who cares about AOC? The point is that this is just the beginning. This is where it starts. And they just push the needle further and further and further. You can see this in several different types of legislation. This is going to be the next thing, censorship/hate speech, okay? I've talked about this as for with other legislation. And a lot of people don't even know, but these companies like Facebook, if you hear people call it Fedbook, because literally Facebook works with the government. Facebook has certain agendas and things that they do. We've seen them sell people's information when they're not supposed to. They're being sued for that. All the things that they took part in with the previous election, the 2016 election. So they just said you all should band together and have a class action lawsuit. They are changing the terms based on personal discrimination. Well, if we stop using them, what will become of them? And see, I'm already to the point where I just don't really use Facebook. I don't use Facebook. People don't really believe that this is a bigger thing, that Facebook has their own agenda, that Facebook has people working for them that works for the government. Let me show y'all this article. Okay. That I came across today. All right, so this is from bigleaguepolitics.com. It says, huge. Facebook hired former Hillary press director to inform media of Alex Jones' ban. Okay. So the Facebook press contact has extensive work with the Clinton family and Obama White House. When Big League Politics contacted Facebook to clarify why Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, Laura Loomer, and Milo Yiannopoulos were banned by Facebook and Instagram, we discovered the Facebook employee assigned to handle these communications is a former press director of Hillary for America. Sarah Pollock is the policy communications manager of Facebook, who responded to Big League Politics when sought comment on why Jones, Watson, Loomer, and Yiannopoulos were banned. She explained that users are no longer allowed to share videos or links, including videos of Jones, and explained that this decision was made in part because Jones interviewed Gavin McInnes on his radio and TV program. According to her LinkedIn history, Pollock was hired by Facebook in October 2017 as a policy communications associate manager and was promoted to her current role in February of this year. Prior to joining Facebook, Pollock was the director of press events for Hillary for America, the presidential campaign of failed Democrat candidate Hillary Clinton. She held this position from March of 2016 until Clinton lost in November of the same year and worked as a press advance lead for Clinton as far back as June of 2015. Before this, Pollock worked for Menacon Media Incorporated, which received nearly $500,000 from the Clinton Foundation during the 2016 election, okay? So these people are all tied to the Clintons, the Obama, allegedly now. This is being reported by Big League. This is being reported by other sources as well. But let me show y'all this. So I'm saying allegedly, okay? I'm getting this from this source along with other sources that I've shown you. Now, what I can say, thank you, Scott. What I can say, y'all may or may not remember this, but let me show you why this gets even more crazy. Okay? Tell me, did y'all know about this or do y'all remember this?
You could be a CEO of any company right now. What would you choose? And why? Facebook. I just want to add, it's the biggest news platform in the world. I mean, we can listen to really brilliant, experienced writers like David Ignatius and, try to keep up with the news. But most people in our country get their news, true or not, from Facebook. Now, Facebook is trying to, take on some of the unexpected consequences of their business model. And I, for one, hope that they get it right because it really is critical to our democracy that people get accurate information on which to make decisions. And so, yeah, that's the one I picked.
Let me go back. Let me see.
AI unlocks the art of science.
Please stop. Thank you. Cause y'all gotta see that. I gotta go back. See, they trying to make me watch an ad. Let me start over. Y'all, I could not find that video nowhere on YouTube. That video was so hard to find on YouTube. I had to search, but I was able to find it on the Washington Post. The Washington Post had did an article about it. Y'all, do y'all really understand how much the plot thickens? Okay, you literally have. Okay, let me skip this because I want y'all to see one more time.
If you could be a CEO of any company right now, what would you choose and why? Facebook.
If you could be the CEO, if you could be the CEO of any company right now, what would you choose? I mean, and it just rolled right off her tongue. Like, this was not hard. Nothing about it was hard. Just roll right off her tongue. Facebook.
And it's the biggest news platform in the world. I mean, we can listen to really brilliant, experienced writers like David Ignatius and, try to keep up with the news. But most people in our country get their news, true or not, from Facebook. Now, Facebook is trying to,
So this is her literally telling y'all. Thank you, Valdez. This is literally Hillary telling you out of her own mouth. If I could do something, if I could choose, I will run Facebook, because that is where people get their news from. I want to be over that. I want to be over the information that people are receiving. Who better than me? Fast forward. Okay, this was in, what year was this? This was in 2018. Fast forward 1 year, and it is being reported that a person that was a former press director for the lady y'all just heard say she will want to run Facebook is now, a year later, kicking people off of Facebook. Y'all see what I'm saying? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Not only that, this particular lady, again, her name was somebody Pollock or something, Sarah Pollock. Not only that, the previous organization that Sarah worked for before she worked with Hillary Clinton on her campaign was also funded by one of Hillary Clinton's organizations. Y'all, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. And people trying to make it, it's just the extremists, it's just this, it's just that. Now you literally have people banning parody accounts, okay? We've seen this happen with already how they're trying to censor comedy. Anything that hurts anybody's feelings, it's out of there. People don't like it. Now you have where I was reading about they're doing some type of test pilot on Instagram in Canada, if I'm not mistaken, where they're removing the likes and they are removing, was it likes and your number of followers. Every aspect of our social sphere is being set up to coddle people, to control them under the guise of protecting them. Like, it's crazy, y'all. Valdez said there are some really dark forces that want to control everybody's information flow. Exactly, Valdez. Exactly. And some people don't get it. They think, because I'm not conservative, I'm not extreme, I don't care about that. It doesn't affect me. I don't care about those people. You have to care, because this is way bigger. It's something bigger happening here. And you have people like Hillary Clinton who literally have their hands right in the midst of this. They are also invested in what's happening. And what does that tell you? Why would Hillary Clinton want to control information? These are the questions we have to ask. And it's real out here. So now, here you go again. They're trying to protect AOC, the new golden child of politics, the new golden child of media, right? To not offend her, to not offend millennials. When I was growing up, it was sticks and stones may break your bones, words may never hurt you. Now we live in a culture where everybody is offended by everything. If you don't agree with something, you have to shut it down. And then they try to act like it's a concern with fake news, but any alternative narrative, they don't like it, y'all. They don't like it. I've showed y'all that with even people's concerns when the whole Kamala Harris thing, when she first announced her campaign, you know, a lot of people were not feeling her. Now all of a sudden people are rushing bots. Black people are rushing bots. Another scapegoat again to silence people, because at first when she announced her platform, this is the person they want to push ahead as a front runner. So it's not just fake news or however you want to classify it, but it's any type of alternative narrative that goes against the mainstream media. That's not okay. Eventually, we're going to be a freaking echo chamber. There's going to be no diversity of thought. This is the direction they want it headed, y'all. They literally want us to be walking around like a bunch of zombies, all thinking the same, all feeling the same. I can't say anything to you because it may hurt your feelings, whether it's true or not. And we are pushing millennials and Generation X to believe, oh, you know, if it hurts your feelings, if you're sensitive about it, if it makes you feel some type of way, it must not be right. Then also, hey, John. And y'all, I'm going to have to read that book that y'all been telling me about, 1984. I'm definitely going to have to check that out because I've been seeing people talk about that. But this is to really put stuff in context and to really put stuff in perspective, you have to do comparisons. You have to look at other areas and what's happening across the world. And a lot of times this is why our media doesn't talk about certain things, because I feel like they don't want us to know. This is why I ended up talking about like some of the stuff that was going on in France. But anyway, in China, some of y'all know this, some of y'all may not know this. In China, they literally have a system that is like a social credit score, okay? Literally. It is already implemented and already working to some capacity, but they want to make it a like whole federalized, like national system. Right now, it's kind of like small and just works in parts. But anyway, in China, you have a social credit score where if you say certain things online, if you protest or show any type of resistance to your government, they mark you a low social credit score, which can impact your family, can impact how you're seen socially, which can impact your ability to travel, potentially impact you being able to purchase certain things. And you have our leaders over here wanting to work for Facebook. How, Sway? I think there's something very similar, if I'm not mistaken, in Venezuela as well. Venezuela has some type of social card where if you speak out against your government, you can't do that. They're coming to look for you. It's over with. That's not happening. They don't give you the platform to do that there. And they are able to keep tabs on you. And so these are the things we have to be forward thinking about, not easily emotionally manipulated. Oh, that hurt my feelings. But you don't see 10, 20 years down the line, they're eventually trying to move the needle where they're going to censor all speech that goes against anything the government says. It's already happening. On a lower level, it's already happening. I mean, so this is exactly what we're seeing right now. So now let me tell y'all this. It gets crazier. It is so much technology and so much going on right now. But if y'all were in my video a couple of days ago, or this might have been in my live last week, I was telling y'all that in New York, they recently did an experiment to test facial recognition. So they set up this experiment to, like, they'll pick a person and they'll start with them at the beginning of the day, and they will basically follow them and pinpoint them throughout the day. Okay, let me show y'all that. It wasn't a lot of media talking about it. And this is something I've been noticing lately, y'all. So you see this? RT is funded in whole or in part by the Russian government. Because they, of course, I mean, you have to know that, you know, the big bad Russia government has something to do with this. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all any other sources anyway. So this just, they kind of summarize it. And I kind of wanted y'all to just see on video and get a glimpse of like how this went or whatever. But this is what they're doing now. So some of you may know, but on YouTube now, YouTube used to be when you would look for certain information, you can find just regular, everyday people talking about it, like me and you. But now all of the official news sources come to the top. And now anytime you watch any type of, you know, I don't even like to use conspiracy theory. I don't even like to use that because a lot of times that's used to basically condemn people for not automatically going with the mainstream media narrative. But now, let's say if you type in like 9/11, you're going to have all the main news sources come to the top. And then you're going to see a link that as a matter of fact, I'll show y'all. You'll see a link that will tell you. YouTube got me out here looking this crazy. Really? Anyway, but okay. So let's say you put in 9/11 inside job. Does it do it? Let's see. Or maybe, let me turn my volume down because I don't really care about the video. Really? Let's put in regular 9/11. That's crazy. Now I won't even do it. Like, I feel like every time you try to show somebody something, it don't work. But anyway, some of y'all may have seen what I was talking about. I was saying how, like, now when you look for certain videos, especially if it's a popular video that's maybe it's not doing it on these because these are like mainstream type things. But once you go to it, it'll link like the Wikipedia page that'll tell you the official 9/11. Now I don't even see it. It's crazy. Anyway, but going back to what I was saying, so that's what they'll do now. But it'll be similar to this. And once you play the video, it'll have like 9/11, and it'll have Wikipedia, and then it'll have like oh, this is what really happened on 9/11 or whatever. But anyway, so let me show y'all a little bit of this because I kind of started telling y'all about this last week. Oh, let me get volume.
The day that facial recognition becomes commonplace in our streets, and that day appears to have arrived. A recent experiment by the New York Times took advantage of 3 live stream cameras in central Manhattan that are available to the public online to test out just how easily they could match New Yorkers passing by the camera to public profiles and pictures. And the results? Shocking, to say the least. Here now to break down just what we can take away from this story, investigative journalist Ben Swan. All right, Ben, this is your worst nightmare happening, coming to fruition. If a team of New York... Yes, if some, let's call them the crack team at New York Times, they were able to construct this kind of system on the fly, just using LinkedIn pictures, Google searches, other social media. It worked. So how powerful could something like this be, especially if you were the government and you had facial recognition technology and the tools and the access to the DMV and law enforcement profiles? I mean, how terrifying.
Yeah, so I don't think the question is how powerful can it be in the hands of government. The question is, how powerful is it now in the hands of government? Because it's already in the hands of local police and federal police, federal entities. It's already there in terms of the surveillance infrastructure built out, private cameras, cameras owned by cities and municipalities stationed all around the country. And you know, I like how you said the crack team at the New York Times. Look, if a group of Goombas at the New York Times can put together a facial recognition program using public cameras and a $60 facial recognition piece of software.
Public cameras. So they were basically able to tap into public cameras, and they could follow a person from one street to the next. They could follow you. If you live in this community, they could follow you from getting your cup of coffee to work, to going to the post office, to picking up your kids, to coming back home. Hey, K Hills. So this goes on to talk about this, and I'm gonna link this information below if y'all want to go back and watch the video. And so this is from the New York Times. Okay, so the New York Times actually talked about this experiment. And it said, we built an unbelievable but legal facial recognition machine. Most people pass through some type of public space in their daily life. Sidewalks, daily routine, sidewalks, roads, train stations. Thousands walk through Bryant Park every day, but we generally think a detailed log of our location and a list of the people we're with is private. Facial recognition applied to the web of cameras that already exist in most cities is a threat to their privacy. To demonstrate how easy it is to track people without their knowledge, we collected public images of people who work near Bryant Park available on their employers' websites for the most part, and ran one day of footage through Amazon's commercial facial recognition service. Amazon's commercial facial recognition service. That's another big name. Amazon, Facebook, all these people are tied and doing stuff, y'all, and it's a bunch of moving parts, okay? Our system detected 2750 faces from a 9-hour period. Not necessarily unique people, since a person could be captured in multiple frames. It returns several possible identifications, including one frame matched to a headshot of Richard Madonna, a professor at the SUNY College of Optometry, with an 89% similarity score. The total cost for this experiment, $60. So let me break this down to y'all. So they basically tapped into public cameras that are already everywhere. They tapped into public cameras, okay? Then they used Amazon's facial recognition technology. This one particular man, they were able to, after they were able to follow him throughout the day and what he was doing, they used facial recognition to search work records, okay? And basically were able to see where he worked. They were able to identify him, says this is where he worked, he's a professor, this is how he spends his morning, this is where he heads to and goes to in the evening. It's already happening, y'all. So to people who say, China will never be us, that'll never happen, that'll never happen here, it's already happening on a smaller level. And there is going to be a huge attempt to take these things further. And this is why I tell people you have to stand against these things now. You can't wake up 10, 20 years and say, oh, well, I don't think I agree with censorship. That's not how that works. So now I've already told y'all, people are able to tap into your security cameras at your home. People can tap into these little things that y'all just so dead set on having. And I guess I can't really talk about y'all because it's really, I don't think it's any different from me having a cell phone. But these, hey Alexa or hey Google, turn on the lights outside, or water the plants, or order me my morning coffee or something. But these things, they're listening to us. They're listening to ways to advertise to us. And eventually they are going to listen to ways and find ways to keep up with us. It's already happening in China. Social scores where they can keep up with you because of your political views. If that's not very telling, I don't know what it is. And yes, it's very creepy. I feel like some people really not gonna see this stuff till it's too late. Like, we really not gonna know what hit us. Also, let me show y'all this one other thing that I wanted to show y'all. Like, privacy, days of privacy, that's pretty much over. It's pretty much out the door. And I was so creeped out. I remember when facial recognition first hit Facebook. Okay, facial recognition first hit Facebook, and like, it would just be tagging you in other people's pictures, or like, it'll be like, is this such and such? You know, it'll highlight the person's face and be like, is this Tasha? And I was like, yeah, but if I want to tag her, I would have. And so now your phone has that same capabilities, and they'll even ask you. I have an Android, so I have Google Photos, and it'll ask you, it'll have two pictures of people that might look similar. So let's say if two of my cousins look similar, and it'll put the two pictures side by side, and they'll say, well, are these two people the same? Because basically we want to enhance our technology. We want to make it better for you, right? Because of course they make it seem like it's for you. We want to make this better for you. But really, they're steadily enhancing this technology. And to know that Hillary Clinton would like to be over the stream of information, that's creepy within itself. And it just rolled right off her tongue. Okay, let me show y'all this other thing. Let's see if it plays, because my computer was stalling earlier. I feel like it might not be true, but sometimes I feel like when I'm doing live, certain links that I pull up, I feel like they'll try to stall or try to like make my computer not work. I told you, like, a lot of times when I start lives and stuff, how it'll like it won't start up, or my camera deactivate, and just crazy stuff like this. But all right, so let me show y'all this. Let's try to load it again. Just as sure as I said that. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work. All right, so I don't know if y'all have heard of this, but they're called deep fake videos. Deep fake videos. This is what's this called. So this article from Fox 5 NY, deep fake videos that can make anyone say anything worry U.S. intelligence agencies. So let me see if it's gonna try to play an ad first. It probably will. Let's see. Of course it will. But anyway, I wonder why they call them deep fake. That's a really kind of odd like name or whatever. But anyway, all right, so let me show y'all this.
New York pizza is definitely not as good as Chicago. The Red Sox are the greatest team ever, and New York City subways always run on time.
Wait a second, who is that guy? It sounds like Steve Lacy, but it kind of looks like me, and I know I never said any of those things.
Let me just replay.
But this fake news anchor is a real example of a fascinating new technology with frightening potential uses. I'm looking at this, and it looks like a real person. I mean, it's not me, it's not Steve, it's some Frankenstein mix of both, but obviously my mouth never said those words.
Right. That's how well the algorithm understands your face.
The videos are what's known as deep fakes, a computer-generated clip using an algorithm that learned my face so well that it can recreate it with remarkable accuracy. My generated face can then be swapped onto someone else's head, like that original video with Steve, new tonight, or it can be used to make it look entirely like me, saying things I've never said.
New York City subways always run on time. We noticed those artifacts.
For this piece, I worked with Professor Sway Liu and his team at the Computer Science Department at the University at Albany.
For a lot of people, seeing is believing. Is that not the case anymore with deepfake?
Well, I'll at least say it's not 100% true anymore.
Their deepfake research is funded by DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, a mouthful, but essentially the R&D branch of the Defense Department, working to develop a set of tools the government and public can use to detect and combat the rise of deepfakes.
Are you basically the fact checker of deepfakes?
What we are doing here is providing a kind of automatic technical means for the authentication of these kind of videos.
So y'all get a pretty good idea, okay, of what this is and what's going on. Deep fake videos are videos where they could basically take me talking right now, right? And they just get a few minutes of video of me talking, and they can replace the words that I'm saying basically with other words, supposedly. So now all of a sudden the officials are worried about deep fake videos. It's definitely creepy and concerning, but with everything that's going on, it really leads me to believe it's one of two things. This whole deep fake video that they're going to eventually try to create a frenzy about is either going to be used to act like things that were actually said were not said. It's going to give some people the opportunity for cop-outs, or it can also be a way for these social media platforms to censor certain videos because they're like, oh, well, that's a deep fake video. Y'all don't need to see that because it's not real. So we're scrubbing the internet of those videos. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all hold up, because my computer about to die. Give me 1 second. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That they are slowly, y'all, they're just starting to kind of talk about it now. It hasn't really hit the mainstream media yet. But my prediction is that you are going to see eventually, this is what I think, you are going to see either politicians saying, I didn't say that. That's a deep fake video. How they make that video of me? I never said that. Or you're going to have platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter using this to further censor, put further censorship into place. Because they're going to say, well, we don't know if that's a deep fake video, so we're just going to scrub the whole internet of it. Like, my trust level is not there with these people. It's not there. Let me show y'all this other article that I came across. All right, this is from Variety.com. Adam Schiff expresses alarm on deep fake technologies. Now, some of y'all, this gonna ring some bells, okay? Members of SAG, whatever, and Los Angeles Congressman Adam Schiff sounded alarms Monday about the proliferation of deep fake technologies, realistic digital forgeries, including sex scenes. Realistic digital forgeries, including sex scenes. Now, as y'all saw in that video, and I didn't show y'all the whole video, I will link it below so you can go back if you want to watch the whole video. They never said anything in that video about sex scenes. It was more like more politically driven, more like about the news and stuff like that. We have a media in which lies and fear travel faster than anything else, and this has happened practically overnight, said Schiff during a two-hour panel discussion at Union headquarters in Los Angeles. I am deeply concerned that deep fakes could be used to spread disinformation or interfere in our elections. And we have already seen these technologies used to harass, exploit, and invade the privacy of private citizens, particularly women. Okay, they always have to say women when they're kind of looking for, some type of sympathy card to throw out there. Hey, Aussie. We have another election coming up, and it's more important than ever for the public to distinguish between what is real and what is fake. Our democracy depends on it. Union member Alyssa Milano says she's been attacked with lies due to her politics resulting in a loss of income. Nobody is policing anything, so it gives people the ability to discredit my political activism. Heidi told of her likeness being included without permission in sex scenes that were posted on the Mr. Skin site, resulting in lasting damage to her reputation for more than a decade. It was interesting how quickly that people forgot that I did not give my consent. I left Los Angeles because of it, and now I act out of Chicago. We need to care about what happens to women in deep fake technology because they are canaries in the coal mine. Blah, 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 blah. Schiff, the chairman of the House Permanent Select Committee of Intelligence, indicated that he is considering formulating federal regulation. This group has been backing legislation by Senator Connie Leva that bans the creation and dissemination of digitally created sex scenes and nude performances without consent. The union is also supporting a New York bill that would establish these same rights in a commercial misappropriation bill. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I want y'all to know, okay? Y'all see what Eliza is asking me in the chat. I want y'all to know, and some of y'all already know, I've been telling y'all how in California, they already have introduced pedophilia into the curriculum in these California schools, how in DC you have some of the hugest rates of missing girls that people don't talk about. A lot of these politicians are said to be in sex scandals and all different type of stuff going on. Y'all, all I'm saying is, like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into this. These people already like to not ban me, but censor me, demonetize me, all this other stuff. All I'm telling y'all, keep your eyes open. I'm going to keep watching this to see what this whole deep fake technology is about, because they're trying to prepare us for something. So it's like, at this point, is this really happening? Does this have a potential to happen? Or are y'all trying to hide things that have been said and done and push it off as deep fake videos? Then you have this legislation that's going to be pushed to ban certain information. And it already ties into the censorship that we are seeing, okay? At no point do I ever want y'all to think that I am just fear-mongering or saying crazy things. I always try to show y'all the videos I've seen, the articles I've seen, let y'all know the legislation and stuff that is already in place and happening in other countries. So all this censorship stuff, facial technology, like, we got to pay attention. That's all I'm saying. We got to pay attention. It's a lot of odd things going on. Some things not adding up. Some of this stuff is not hitting mainstream media. Okay? So if you don't know, you just don't know. And you walking around like a bump on a log thinking everything good and thinking, oh, well, Alex Jones is banned. Who cares? You need to care. Because this is just a test model. This is just a test run. All this censorship, all this facial technology, all this is just a test run to see how far they can get. And so all this stuff is already happening on a smaller level, and we need to know. We need to pay attention, and we need to know this so we can support people who want to protect our privacy, okay, who are watching these type of things. It's very important. So, y'all, man, the way things going and the way people trying to make it, I wouldn't be surprised at if some point they tried to do some type of social score for us, because, I mean, on a lower level, how is that not what's happening on YouTube when they censor you, or you get shadow banned, or you get demonetized for having certain views? So these are real things. These are real things happening around the world. As I know stuff, I'm gonna always keep y'all updated. Y'all know I'd be like, I'd be ready to tell y'all some stuff. So, but thank you, Aussie. But we'll see. We can't do anything but keep an eye on it. Any of these politicians, if you are alarmed that they on this, sketchy stuff, like, or working with special interest to basically go against our freedom of speech, like Hillary Clinton, why would you even be why is that your lane? Why did you take interest in wanting to? That ain't right, y'all. That was literally a former first lady, former presidential candidate saying, if I could have another job, I will want to be the CEO of Facebook because of the news they send out. And because it's the biggest source of news. So they know. These people know. They know what they're up against. And you don't think they're trying to put their hand in a pot in Facebook? You don't think that people could be influencing what's going on at Facebook? For the people that were not here earlier, I showed them that there are reports that Hillary Clinton's former director is now working for Facebook. So it's a lot of special interests and agendas going on here. And so we have to be aware, we have to be alert, we have to pay attention to these things. But you're welcome, Karen. But so this whole AOC, they're banning a parody account. It might sound funny, whatever, but it's really not. Like, it's a way more going on. It's a bigger picture. It's a lot of moving parts, and it's a lot happening. And if you don't pay attention, everything's going to happen around you, and it's going to move right past you. So that's why these things are important to speak out against, stand against, not support that on any type of level, because they start here, and before you know it, they just go to every level of extreme. And we've seen it. I've seen it on my journey in various forms of legislation and social topics and social norms in the short time that I've had my YouTube channel. So, but yes, Eagle Vision said, please, everyone, be very curious about everything. You absolutely right. But so I just had to come and update you guys. Helena said, as long as you don't directly call for violence, you deserve the right to speak. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And if you don't like what somebody is saying, you just don't support them. You just don't listen. I mean, it's just that simple. I thought that's what it used to be, but for some reason, now we feel like every single person has to have our same values or ideas or think the same way we do. And there's just not a good place to be. And doing that, y'all, also stifles and suppresses creativity as well. And people don't think about that. So, but hey, John Ray. But all right, y'all. So I just want to update y'all on that, let y'all know what's going on, let you know why this whole thing that's going on with the AOC Parody account is bigger and it has more underlying themes than people are trying to say. Just last week it was Alex Jones and Farrakhan. Now it's parody accounts. Is that really like the type of world that we want to live in? I mean, but, and Levon said the founding fathers saw this coming, and that's so crazy. That's so crazy. And we have to be on this same level of forward thinking, like not just think about how it impacts us emotionally or impacts us in the here and now, but we actually have to look at these things logically, look at how they can impact us and impact the United States long term. So we definitely need to do that. Crapper said Orwellian future. I'm definitely gonna check that out, y'all. I got to, because I feel like it can give me a better perspective and add some more help add some more context based on what y'all been telling me in the feedback I've been getting. Populist Revolt said down with the globalist rats trying to take our freedom of speech. And some people just don't get it. Some people will be like, oh, it's just Facebook. You don't have a right to do that at Facebook. But when you find out you got the feds working at Facebook, I mean, I can say that you literally got somebody from Hillary Clinton's campaign working at Facebook. What do you call it? So it's way deeper than people trying to make it out to be. But anyway, if you did not get this video a thumbs up, make sure y'all do that for me so the video can get out, and then hopefully I'll be able to do some more videos this week. I'm always here, well, pretty much 98.9% of the time. I'm here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank y'all so much for joining me, always supporting me, for subscribing. Please keep sharing my videos with friends and family. Also, to the people who super chatted, I just want to thank y'all again. And hopefully I didn't freak y'all out too much. Get some good rest tonight. When you wake up in the morning, tomorrow the world will still be a crazy world, but it's okay. We're going to keep on going, okay? But all right, thank y'all. Have a good night. Bye.